everyone. Welcome to another lesson on your ukulele. I hope you guys have been having fun playing your C chord this week. Okay, so for this week, we're going to be learning 3 different things this week's lesson. First is how to tune. Second is finger numbers. And third is a new chord, the F chord. Okay, so we're going to start with tuning. For those of you that have a device that you can get apps on, I'm going to have you get the Guitar Tuna app, and I'm going to have you, I'll put it in the lesson, I'll put the name of it, and it looks like, I'm backwards, so it's hard to find it. It looks like that one right there. It's got a little green pick on it. So I'll be teaching how to use that one first, and then after that I'll be teaching how to use the virtual keyboard in case you cannot get the app. So you'll learn 2 different ways to tune your ukulele. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's start with how you do it first, how you're going to find the strings, which strings go to which tuning pegs, I should say. Okay, so your first string, the one closest to your face, is the G. And to find the tuning peg, at first it's kind of tricky because you're not used to which ones are which, but it's this one right here, closest to you on the top. But if you get confused, you can just follow the string up and see that it goes to this one. All right, for the next string, which is our C string, it is the farther peg from you on the top. Again, if you need help, you just follow the string and it goes all the way up there, okay? The next one is E, and that is on the bottom, farthest away from you. Again, follow the string if you need to. Go ahead and practice doing this while I'm doing it. And then the last one is the string closest to your lap, and that is your A string. And that is this peg right here. Again, follow it all the way up. So remember that our string names are G, C, E, and A. And the way I like to remember it, but I heard a couple of you guys say that you came up with your own, which is cool too. But I say good children eat apples, and that's how I remember the string names. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you, and you're not going to be able to see my face while I do this, but I'm going to show you how to tune using the Guitar Tuna app. And before I start though, I want to just point out that when you're tuning, you're going to make small little adjustments. So don't go real fast, okay? You're just going to do small little adjustments. Just turn it a little bit, pluck it again. Pluck it again. Pluck it again until you can get to the correct note on the app, or if you're using the keyboard, listening and matching it with the keyboard note. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Let me first, I'm going to just put it all out of tune. You guys don't do this. I'm just going to put it out of tune just so that I can show you going from an incorrect tuning to a correct tuning. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Share my iPhone. Sorry, it's probably black for a second until I get this going. All right, it's opening up my screen mirroring, hopefully. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go to this app right here, Guitar Tuna. All right, so you'll see it's spelled guitar and then tuna, like a tuna fish, T-U-N-A. So up here where you see soprano and C, yours will probably start off in guitar standard. See how there's 6 tuning pegs? But we know that's not correct for us because we have a ukulele and it has 4 tuning pegs. So I'm going to go up to where it says standard in the top left corner, click on that, and then choose the second one down, which is ukulele, soprano, and C. I'm going to click on that. And then we see that it changes to a ukulele with 4 tuning pegs. All right, so let's start with G. I'm going to pluck it, and it's going to tell me if it is sharp or flat. If it's flat, that means that the note is too low, and I need to go up to get to a G. If it's sharp, that means that it's too high, and I need to bring it down to get to a G. So let's see what our G sounds like. Okay, so it's showing me that my G is too sharp. See how it says +5 and it's on the right side? That means that I'm too sharp. I need to bring it down. So I'm listening. My note is going down in pitch. It's going down more. There we go. So I twisted it clockwise until I got to the correct pitch of the G. Okay, so let's try it one more time. We're going to pluck the G and see if it is in tune. Good. Next we'll go to C. That's the next string down. Okay, so for this one it says I'm flat. It says -3 and I'm to the left side of the red line. That means I'm going to turn it to bring it up in pitch. So I'm turning it counterclockwise slowly. Oh, I went a little too far, so I'm going to turn it back clockwise to get it to go down. There we go. And you see, you can hear that I'm plucking it as I go, so I can hear if I'm going up or down in pitch, okay? So the next one is going to be my E string. It says that I am too sharp. My note is too high. So I'm going to bring it slowly counterclockwise until I get it to go down in pitch. Oh, I went too far, so now I'm going to bring it clockwise again to bring it up in pitch. Okay. All right, that one's good. So now I'm going to go to my A string, the one closest to my lap. Oh, that one was good. Okay, perfect. All right, so let me turn this off. All right, so let me show you real quick so that you can see me actually doing it now, since you couldn't see me in that last one. I'm gonna go ahead and just untune it again and show you. You won't be able to see my app, but I'm looking at it right now. You'll hear it ding though when it's ready. Okay, so I'm gonna start with G. All right, so I'm gonna start with G. It says I'm too sharp, so I'm gonna bring it down in pitch. There we go. Next, going to go to C. It says I'm too flat or too low, so I'm going to bring it up in pitch. I'm going to go to E. It says I'm too high, I'm too sharp. Bring it down. Oops, there we go. And then A. There we go. So now I'm in tune using the Guitar Tuna app. Okay, so for those of you that can get the app, you can skip this next part, but then come back for the finger number part at the end. And so now I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to show you how to use the keyboard if you want to do it that way. Okay, share my keyboard. Okay. So in our virtual classroom, you'll go to the keyboard. Click on that. Now I know in the last video I told you not to keep the sustain on or the keyboard marks. You can take the keyboard marks off, but have the letter notes on just in case you're still learning them. Keep the sustain on while you're tuning. It's going to hold out your note longer so that you have more time to turn your tuning pegs and get the correct pitch. Okay, so we're going to start with G. I'm going to press on here. Press it again. Okay, and then you're just going to turn your pegs to match that pitch. So this way is a little bit harder because you're going to have to use your ear to listen and match the pitch. But if you want to bring in your parents or a sibling to help you, maybe they can help you hear the pitch, that's totally fine. Next, I'm going to do C. Okay, so that's in tune. Or if you want to have somebody stand at the computer and press the key for you so that you can just concentrate on tuning, that might be helpful as well. All right, next I'm going to do E. sounds like it's in tune. And lastly, A. Cool. All right, I'm all tuned. All right, so let me know if you have any questions with that. Feel free to shoot me a message. I'm going to turn off my app. And that's it for the tuning part. Okay, so next, we are going to learn about our finger numbers. So you'll see in our virtual classroom, I included a little graphic of a hand, and it's like you're looking at your left hand. That's how it's showing it, is looking at the palm, the left hand, and then the fingers. So in ukulele, we don't use our thumb to play chords, right? We just use it to balance the neck of the instrument, but we use these 4 fingers. So these 4 fingers have numbers, and the reason we number them is so that when you're playing certain chords, you use certain fingers. I had to correct a couple of you in our last live class because you were using your number 2 finger or your middle finger to play C, which is incorrect. We're always going to use our 3rd finger to play C, and the reason is so that we can switch to other chords faster. So you'll learn next, the next chord I'm going to teach you is an F chord. So to go from C to F, I use different fingers. Now, if I'm using this finger to play C and then I need to switch to F, it's a lot harder. So that's the reason that we use different fingers. So our fingers are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the finger next to our thumb is our 1st finger. Our middle finger is number 2, 3, and our pinky is 4. So to play a C, you're going to use your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. Remember that these are the frets, 1, 2, and 3, in between the fret wires. So on the 3rd fret, I use my 3rd finger on the A string, and I strum from top to bottom. Another thing I wanted to remind you guys of when playing chords is that you always play on your fingertips. You don't want to play flat like this, because then if you're over here and you're playing flat, it's going to block all these strings. Instead of playing them open, it's going to press on them and it's going to make your chord wrong. So just remember to be playing up on your fingertips as much as you possibly can. Sometimes that's hard if you have long fingernails, so keep that in mind. You might want to trim your fingernails down when playing this instrument. Okay, so that is a C chord with my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret on the A string. Cool, so now you know your finger numbers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so our next chord that we're gonna learn is an F chord. Okay, so now you'll know C and F, and then next week in our live, we'll learn a G chord, and then you guys will be able to play a song. You'll learn your first song. Okay, so for an F chord, I'm gonna take my 1st finger, my pointer finger, I'm gonna put it on the 1st fret of the E string. Then I'm going to take my 2nd finger, my middle finger, and put it on the 2nd fret of the G string. Then I'm going to strum from top to bottom, and that is an F. Now you'll see, once you get that down, it'll make it much easier to switch from C to F. C to F. Okay, so once again, F chord, 1st finger, 1st fret on your E string, 2nd finger, 2nd finger, 2nd fret on the G. There you go. So this week I want you to practice doing the F chord and switching to the C chord. Now at first you're not going to be fast at that, so just give yourself some time. You're going to be playing C, and then you'll be like, oh wait, this one and this one. So it'll be a slow movement back and forth at first, but eventually you'll be able to go fast in between. All right, cool. I think that's it. So go ahead and practice your F chord and your C chord, switching back and forth. Practice which fingers are which numbers, and then practice tuning. So that's a lot. That's a lot for this week. So have fun, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.